अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम EDUA 430 के लेक्चर वाइज MCQs जो है ये स्टार्ट करने लगे हैं। फाइनल टर्म एग्जाम के हवाले से ये प्रिपेयर किए जा रहे हैं, इसलिए लेक्चर 23 से लेके लेक्चर 45 तक कंप्लीट MCQs कवर किए गए। ठीक है, तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं लेक्चर 23 के साथ। Level 3 of pedagogy is also called which level? It's called knowledge creation level. At level 3, teachers are expected to manage learning only through which approach? Collaborative, project-based learning approach. A teacher who designs online material and problem-solving tasks is acting as a content developer in creating learning resources way. Which activity best represent teacher created ICT content? Making an infographic. In application of digital skills, level 1 is called application. Blending varied digital tools into a digital learning environment refers to infusion level. The transformation level requires teacher to create what kind of digital environment? It required complex digital environment. Which tool can help teachers monitor students' contribution online? LMS, teacher professional learning, is linked with which idea? It is linked with lifelong learning. A teacher who supports the school ICT strategy is mainly contributing as ICT innovator. The UN adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development in 2015. 2015. Which SDG is directly related to quality education? Goal 4. Which is one foundation for creating optimal conditions for teacher training? Knowledge societies. UDL stands for Universal Design for Learning. Inclusive education requires respect for which factor? It requires respect for diverse abilities. Teacher development should be understood as what type of process? It should be understood as lifelong process. Which one is an example of open educational resource? Freely usable learning material is an example of open educational resource. Which technology can create immersive simulated experiences? Virtual reality. IoT means connection of physical objects through internet. Assessment tools for ICT training prepare teachers mainly for digital learning environment. An ICT curriculum for ECE should balance technology with hands-on learning. The macro perspective of ICT integration is mainly related to policy level. The meso perspective usually works at regional or district level. The micro perspective is mostly connected with classroom practice. Which question is part of micro level planning? Who is involved? This is a question that is involved in micro level planning. ICT in ECE should not be misunderstood as only learning about computers. For a direct curriculum integration, ICT equipment is preferably located at ICT corner. Mobile tools in ECE can also be useful in outdoor settings. A clear vision and policy statement is mainly needed at policy level. Which recommendation helps staff keep improving ICT use? Continue professional development. Which curriculum emphasizes learning through play? Play-based curriculum. Montessori curriculum was developed by Maria Montessori. Reggio Emilia approach views children as capable learner. High scope curriculum is known for plan, do, review routine. Emergent curriculum responds mainly to children's interest and needs. Which ICT curriculum component means finding information digitally? Information search. Testing, evaluating, and refining solutions develop problem solving skills. Protocols and conventions are related to responsible digital behavior. Protecting and managing data supports which concept? Digital responsibility. Parent partnership in ICT is important because learning continues where at home. Parent partnership in ICT begins with creating what type of environment? Welcoming environment. Clear newsletter, emails, apps, and websites are example of communication channels. Two-way communication means parents should be able to do, respond, and share feedback. Parent orientation mainly helps parents understand ICT use and learning values. Home learning activities should be linked with which setting? It should be linked with family context setting. Inviting parents to classroom events supports which goal? It supports collaboration. Parent teacher conferences are useful for discussing child progress. Digital communication with parents should remain regular and respectful. A major guideline for working with parents is to listen how actively. Social emotional needs of children should be discussed with parents. Digital safety protects children from risk related to digital device and online platform. Digital safety includes safeguarding children personal information. Cyberbullying and identity theft are examples of online threats. Digital ethics teach children to behave online responsibly. The truth or lie activity helps children judge online information credibility. Learning with Sango uses scenarios to teach online safety. Work with Sango teaches children about rights and wants. A strong online safety guideline is to keep what private? It's to keep personal information private. Children should verify online information before doing, believe, or sharing. Parental control and teach free zones are used to support safe digital use. अभी मैं आपको सिर्फ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस और उनके करेक्ट आंसर्स बताती जा रही हूँ, ठीक है। लेक्चर्स में मैं इनको बहुत डिटेल में आपको एक्सप्लेन कर चुकी हूँ, समझा चुकी हूँ। अगर आप इनको समझना चाहते हैं इन डिटेल तो आप मेरे लेक्चर जरूर देखिएगा। वो देखने के बाद आप ये एमसीक्यूज का लेक्चर मेरा देखेंगे। मेरे लेक्चर्स अटेंड करने के बाद जब आप ये एमसीक्यूज की वीडियो देखेंगे ना तो आप बहुत इजीली आंसर्स देना खुद से आप देना स्टार्ट कर देंगे। और जब आप खुद से देना इसको स्टार्ट कर देंगे तो आपके जहन में फिर वो बैठेंगे और इस तरह आप एग्जाम के लिए अपनी अच्छी प्रिपरेशन कर सकेंगे, ठीक है। Excessive screen time can lead to which lifestyle? It can lead to sedentary lifestyle. Dry eyes and blurred vision are signs of eye strain. Blue light before bedtime can disturb sleep. Poor device posture can cause back and neck pain. APA recommends how much high quality screen time for age 2 to 5. It recommends 1 hour screen time to age 2 to 5. Using screens as babysitters is generally considered not recommended. Children should take short screen breaks about every how many minutes? About every 20 minutes. ठीक है, 20 मिनट के बाद ब्रेक लेना चाहिए. Ergonomics is the study of people's efficiency in working environment. According to ergonomics principles, feet should be placed flat on floor. Online risks are often grouped as content, contact, and conduct. Harmful content refers to material that can damage children's well-being. Exposure to violent content may increase children's fear or aggression. Game ratings help adults decide whether games are age appropriate or not. A rating label on digital games mainly guide parent and educator. Risk of exposure rises when children browse without supervision. Inappropriate advertisement are type of harmful exposure. Talking to children about online content develops critical awareness. Content filters mainly help to block unsuitable material. After a safer response to disturbing content is to tell a trusted adult. Age appropriate content should match children's development level. A major concern of ICT in ECE is that it may displace play activities. Direct sensory experiences are important because young children learn through senses and movement. Rough play helps young children develop social negotiation skills. Outdoor play cannot be fully replaced. Digital play, ICT use should be balanced with which type of activity? It should be balanced with physical play. Stranger danger lessons are related to children's safety. The candy exercise is mainly linked with teaching children safe behavior. One merit of ICT is access to what type of content is to access up to dated content. One demerit of ICT overuse is reduced physical interaction. In ECE, ICT should supplement rather than replace real play. The three broad groups of 21st century skills include learning, literacy, and life skills. The four C's are communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Information literacy helps children deal with information. Media literacy develop understanding of media messages. Life skills include flexibility, leadership, initiative, social skills, and productivity. There are total 5 life skills included. Remember that. P21L refers to early learning framework, for which skill it refers to 21st century skills. A key principle for teaching children is respecting the child's view. The child's best interest should guide which decision. It should guide educational decisions. Global awareness is an example of interdisciplinary theme. ICT supports 21st century skills when it promotes active collaboration. Family engagement is important because learning begins at home. A school values family engagement when it treats families as partners. Communication with families should be continuous and two-way. A child centered strategy focuses on the child's needs. Whole child focus includes cognitive, social, emotional, and physical development. Play based learning is especially appropriate for early childhood stage. Cooperative learning mainly develops which 21st century skill? It develops collaboration. A blended approach combines digital tools with traditional or hands-on methods. Formative assessment helps teacher monitor ongoing process. The 4 C's include creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. The optimal 21st century environment requires 21st century standards and assessment of skills. A 21st century curriculum should be aligned with skill development. Modern learning environments should support what type of learning? It should support flexible learning. Scenario analysis helps teachers understand children's performance at different levels. Learning and innovation skills include creativity and critical thinking. Social and cross-cultural skills help children interact with diverse people. Leadership and responsibility are connected with what kind of behavior? Connected with accountable behavior. In a 21st century classroom, assessment should measure more than rote knowledge. ICT-rich environments should be safe, accessible, and purposeful. A strong 21st century environment prepares children for future learning and life. The ECE teacher's role in the 21st century environment is mainly a facilitator. Teachers should design activities that are responsive to children's needs and interests. A teacher supports 21st century learning by encouraging inquiry and collaboration. Computers in a play space should be integrated as learning tools. A major do in computer integration is to ensure developmental appropriation appropriateness. A major don't is to use computer as babysitters. Technology maintenance needs should not be underestimated. Teachers should connect computer use with which curriculum area it should connect with relevant learning areas. Teacher observation during ICT play helps ensure meaningful engagement. A teacher should balance digital activities with hands-on play. Practical consideration begins with asking whether technology is useful and appropriate. In class, technology can support access to learning resources. Technology may also create challenges such as distraction. The digital native idea assumes children are naturally comfortable with digital technology. The digital native idea should be treated carefully because children still need adult guidance. Educational apps and software should be selected according to learning objective. A good app for ECE should be age appropriate and engaging. Before using an app, teachers should check privacy and safety features. Technology should not replace which essential ECE element. It should not replace human interaction. A practical ICT plan should include equipment, training, rules, and maintenance.